Michael Reynolds started his interest in poetry in January 1999 when he listened to the Dan Poets.
You poor bastard.
Yeah. That's when it all happened for him, everybody. That was the moment. But he didn't learn from that mistake. Oh no. That year, he took over running the Passionate Tongues in Brunswick, which he has been now running for 15 years. He has photographed every poetry reading, I reckon, in Melbourne, and his archive of the history of poetry in Melbourne would be vast, I would say. Everyone, please welcome the first reader for the 20th year, Michael Reynolds.
Thank you, everyone. I was absolutely gobsmacked when I was asked to read here today. It's just, absolute honour, so thank you very, very much, everyone. This one is actually also the title poem of my book, Upon Finding a Chair in the Forest. There is nobody else around, but you look about, for here is proof somebody has been before. Curiosity and amusement draw you to the metal and plastic chair, placed there by no one for everyone. And you think of the crowded train, the one seat remaining, surely not for you. But your quick search confirms who the chair is for. It is yours, but only if you feel comfortable. Cheers. Now a couple of different takes on the L word. First, this one is called Warming. You are back in bed now, and tired, you turn over, close your eyes and travel back to the poem that robbed you of rest. My arms are drawn towards you, an involuntary gesture of affection, and you are oh so cold. What words kept you at that desk at this hour? A long t-shirt, your only protection, a quilt mere feet from you. Were they about me? A past lover? About love at all? They must have kept your heart warm as the biting chillness wrapped its icy fingers around you, and you not noticing or caring. But I did. My arms recover from their cold shock as I gingerly press my body against your skin. My hand inside your t-shirt, palm rubbing a small circle, thumb just brushing breast. I rest my cheek at the nape of your neck. A few tickling hairs make my nose turn away, but my cheek wants more of you, and my breathing is faster, deeper than before, wanting to breathe the hair in again so I can have more of you. My heart is filling my chest, floating both of us away, and my lips are tasting your neck, your shoulder. You are breathing as deeply as I as we float in our weightlessness, our bodies warming. Your arm presses my hand to your breast, and in your sleep I hear you mumble, "Love you." I whisper, "I love you too." I've just got the one more poem to read in this set. This is a Christmas poem. Christmas is not always a very happy event for some people, and for my aunt it was not a happy occasion for a good many years. This is about that. Just before dinner and in between courses, Auntie Denise used to stand away from the table, arms folded, looking at the floor. She didn't purse her lips, just the corners of her mouth. But I had the impression they ate and tried not to. The rest of the family at the table, some standing, some seated, as us small ones were. A row of eyes and ears, not understanding many of the jokes, but absorbing with jocularity and happy it was another Christmas. Christmas. Christmas was a drive to Ballarat to my grandparents. Ballarat will always be my grandparents. It was old, like they were, and the finest dinners ever made came from Grandma's wood fire stove. To a little boy's eyes, Ballarat has been there forever and always will. And my grandparents' house in Sebastopol was centre of the town. Everyone was happy, except, so it seemed, Denise. Nobody else noticed her there, or at least nobody commented. When she wasn't helping with crockery or food for which everyone had to be seated to be served, she would step back and become invisible. I should smile and give a small laugh when the atmosphere called upon her to do so, but when attention centred on the table, she'd make her lower lip bigger, but not by pouting. There was nothing petulant in her expression. The upper lip and corners of her mouth would simply become smaller. I've seen the rest of my family do this in times of deep private thought. I suppose, no, I know, I do it too. But what I saw was sadness and a sense of either not belonging or not deserving to belong. We children were on a bench seat against a wall, up to half a dozen of us lining one side of the table. For me to leave the table, I'd need to clamber over my brothers, my cousins, and avoid the outstretched hand of my father swiping as he'd say, "Sit down." I did not do this, but I wanted to. I wanted to run the gauntlet of my brothers' and cousins' protestations in my father's hand, to hug my auntie's knees, and ask her to sit next to me. I wish I had. It's time for the annual group photo now. It's going to be a really big, everyone in the poetry community is everyone who comes to listen, so as many people out there as possible for their 20th fundraiser.
Yeah.